Fast food. Part of the American society. Fast, easy, and affordable. Found in every town, in every city, and every state across all of America, fast food is enjoyed by just about everyone, including David Beckham.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
Can I get one of those new strawberry and banana smoothies?
What did you say?
Hi, beautiful. May I please have a strawberry banana smoothie?
The new real fruit smoothies and frappes. Come and get it at Burger King.
Fast food advertisements are everywhere, affecting our every move. From the time we are children to the time we become adults, the average American has seen over 12,000 different ads. Over $4.6 billion are spent on advertising each year. Even with fast food being in such high demand, it still lives up to its name in being fast. In 2008 alone, restaurant franchises bought over 5.4 billion pounds of beef. To put that in perspective, that's 1 in 4 Americans eating fast food every day. Even if you don't consume fast food daily, the average person still eats over 1 ton of food per year, 183 of those pounds in just meat and poultry alone. With 20% of American meals eaten in the car, the fast food business continues to grow today. This cannot be done without the use of assembly lines, where the food is separated, processed, and seasoned all before even entering the restaurants. However, there are many unforeseen downsides to America's growing obsession with fast food.
So right after you eat these meals, you have energy. But the energy lasts a very short period of time.
The poorest people in our country are the fattest people. We've done something completely wrong here.
The high-fat, deep-fried food culture here is delicious, but has deadly consequences.
Look at our diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease. Like, these are major killers. A lot of fast food, and I actually hate fast food. I don't like the way it tastes, but I'll eat it because it's cheap and I can get it on the run.
McDonald's for breakfast, McDonald's for lunch, McDonald's for dinner. We ate McDonald's all the time.
For Sidney Impostado, weight has always been an issue. He's down now to 170 kilos from nearly 200. For many Americans, economic times have never been worse. But for fast food companies, they've never been better. While 1 in 8 Americans rely on food stamps, the stocks of Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and McDonald's are at all-time highs. For consumers, stretching their recession dollars to buy healthy food has been tough, especially when chains like Little Caesars offer a large pizza for only $5. Or the McDonald's McDouble, their double cheeseburger goes for just $1.
Your mother gives you $5. You want to make that stretch, you understand? You're going to McDonald's, you're getting a McDouble, and you're getting you some fries. And then you're going to go to the store and get you something to drink. That way you still have at least $1 or $2 to maybe buy you some chips a little later.
Growing up, I had home economics in school, and so they taught you what a healthy plate looked like. You had a starch, a protein, a vegetable, and I think that's the information that children don't have.
How would you describe the health of people who live in environments like this?
Where we are right now in D.C., which is Southeast Ward 8, is statistically the most obese place in the country. What I find is that when you're eating foods and there are no nutrients in it, you're going to want to eat more because your body is not recognizing the nutrients that you're needing. So you're going to keep on eating.
2 out of every 3 Americans are overweight. And that number is expected to rise to 3 out of 4 by 2020. The United States is the world's fattest developed nation, with an obesity rate double of that in many European countries. 1 in 3 Americans is expected to have diabetes by 2050. Minorities have been even more profoundly affected. Blacks have a 50% higher prevalence of obesity, and Hispanics 25% higher when compared with whites. So how did it get this way?
Obesity rates have been going up very rapidly in the United States, but really only since about 1980. Before that, they were constant for decades. A change in the way our federal agriculture policy worked, which went from paying farmers not to grow food to paying farmers to grow as much food as they possibly could. And the result of that was an enormous increase in the amount of food available in the country for consumption. It was only when dietary advice needed to change to encourage people to eat less that the USDA came into conflict. And those conflicts have played out over the years.
Can you give an example?
Well, the dietary guidelines for Americans, which is the advice that the government gives the people about what to eat.
I worked very hard on setting up the first review process for those to be sure that scientific authorities were calling the shots.
John Bodie was the Assistant Secretary of Agriculture for Food and Consumer Services during the 1980s. Now he's a lobbyist representing clients like Kraft Foods and McDonald's. It's what's known as the revolving door between the food industry and the government agencies meant to regulate it. For example, Michael Taylor was an executive at the agricultural giant Monsanto before taking a senior post at the Food and Drug Administration. Or Catherine Wotecki, who left the USDA in 2001 and later joined Mars, the candy company that makes Skittles and M&Ms, and then was brought back by President Obama this year to the USDA.
The economics of our food structure are completely working against public health. I mean, you almost couldn't have designed a worse environment where you take your least healthy products, things that are high in sugar and fat and salt and highly processed, and you make them significantly less expensive than your most healthy products.